Okay, so I'm making a video today, even though I really don't feel like making one, but I saw something last night, just before I retired, that deeply disturbed me. I saw, in a location like this, a blanket with a mother and small child, using this as a shelter. Now, I had read about these things before, and I was skeptical. I did not think that such a thing existed until I saw it for myself. And she was holding a sign that said she had lost her house and she had no money, and that her and her little daughter, she must have been, I don't think the little girl was over 4 years old, had lost their house and were forced to live out in the streets. So I was thinking to myself, if this whole thing is true, why isn't somebody helping this woman? Whether it's family, or why is the county government not helping? Without getting political about it. Why is this woman on the street with her child? Is it really true that there are women out here with their children? Was it a scam? I couldn't make that determination, even though I had just made a video about homelessness and scamming. Now, I have heard things where women will actually come out with their children and do this. Now, I must relate a similar experience. When I lived back in Beaver County, there was actually a woman who was going around with her children, who was, no, you're okay, thank you, who was going around knocking on doors, pretending to sell candles, and you had to pay up front, and your candle would arrive in 2 weeks. It turns out she was a heroin addict, and she was using her daughter as bait so that people would buy these candles. She pretended that she fabricated the whole story that her daughter was, for the Girl Scouts, and this was for a good cause for her Girl Scout troop, and they were trying to raise money for a trip. So I'm just wondering if that's the case with this particular lady, but it deeply, deeply disturbed me. Are there homeless children out here in the streets? What I can tell you is, I know for a fact there's homeless women out here. I've seen a lot of them. I haven't conversed with any, and the shelters are separated. Women and men must sleep in separate shelters, even if they're married. You cannot go with your spouse. At least that's how it is in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm not going to get a confirmation on that, but it's just been my experience. Of all the shelters that I've been to in this city, there is no women staying there with men. So I do know there are, lady shelters where their children do stay with them. So it is highly probable that what I saw last night was real, and that more of it does probably take place around the city if you perhaps look in the right spots. I just happened to come across it, and it was highly, highly disturbing. It was very difficult for me to process that scene. It was, it's bad enough for an adult to be out here. It's bad enough for a young adult, an old adult, a middle-aged adult, it doesn't matter. I can't begin to comprehend the psychological devastation and impact this would have on a child, especially at this time of year. Now, today, for instance, it's pretty warm in Pittsburgh. It's raining, it's kind of shitty out here, and it's actually hot. This bag that I'm carrying is making me hot, in addition to my coat, because I have a short sleeve shirt on. I'm not even wearing my sweatshirt today because it's too hot, too warm. So now tomorrow it's supposed to be really cold. So that's how it is. It's been like this in Pittsburgh. It goes up and down. I can't imagine a child being out here in the cold. I'm trying very hard to process this whole scene. I found it frightening. I found it to be so, it personally enraged me. I just can't believe that somebody would let something like that happen to a person. It's bad enough there are homeless people to begin with, but do you really think that children deserve to be out here? My God, what's this world coming to? She was a beautiful little girl. I have made 27 videos. I have exposed homelessness in many areas. I am not claiming that I am doing the best job on YouTube about how difficult this life is, but what I am claiming to do, or at least accurately represent, is how challenging the lifestyle is. For obvious reasons, I would have never ever recorded something like that. I don't even want you people to see something like that on film, to see a mother huddled in a corner with her daughter. I mean, it's just, it was an incomprehensible scene. And I stood there for a couple of moments, which seemed like minutes, but it wasn't. And I just stared. And the lady looked at me and she just smiled. And I just,
which one? This one right here?
I couldn't look back at her after that. I just looked away. I didn't have the heart to say anything. I didn't have the heart to react. I didn't have the children out in the streets. I don't want to see that again. I hope I don't see any more of that. And if I do see more of that, it's definitely something I'm going to have to deal with and contend with about. Something needs to be done. There is absolutely no reason on this fucking planet that a child needs to be walking the streets with their parents because their parents don't have a home. Now, I know there are social services. I know what kind of comments I'm going to get about this, so please don't express the obvious, okay? I'm not stupid. I am just telling you what I saw, and I am telling you how deeply disturbed I am by what I saw, even if it was a scam. If it was a scam, in one way I'm not saying I'm going to appreciate it or accept it, but I understand the meaning behind it because it happened to me, as I just expressed to you, with a similar situation over, you know, selling candles to get money for drugs. So, I mean, I understand that there's, you know, a purpose in mind, even if it's diabolical, but I can't for the life of me imagine that you would expose your children to do such things. I've tried to demonstrate these videos in the most expeditious manner I can, just to have the public have an understanding, at least a general understanding, of how serious this problem is in this city. And just not just in this city, in cities all across the nation. Because I think my videos will reflect all the cities. I mean, it's an epidemic. It's just not, you know, a Pittsburgh problem. So you know, I don't know. I think it's something that definitely needs to be addressed more. And not just by my videos, and not just by government programs, and not just by talking about it, but something needs to be implemented. Something needs to be effective. Hopefully my videos will do that. Hopefully, you guys have been pushing it really hard. You guys have been taking it to the other people. You guys have been taking it through the YouTube community. My stats are growing, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for you guys. I'm very thankful for you watching my videos. I'm very thankful for the comments you make. I'm very thankful for the recommendations you make. I'm very thankful for the suggestions that you give me. And I have a lot of them, and I'm working on those. But today, I wanted to express my feelings about what I saw. I want to put it out there. I can't make any confirmations on that, but I think it's something that definitely needs to be talked and discussed about. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your ideas are and your thoughts. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to check out markgrago.com. I'm working on some new material, so you guys can read some more of my writing if you're interested. And you guys have a great day. Stay warm and dry, and I'll see you in the next video. Done.